Hi, my name is David, and this is my 2013 Dodge Charger RT. And I just wanted to show it off a bit and tell you a little bit about it. It's been customized a little bit. I've made it into something a little bit special. So just wanted to give a tour on it. I've had a number of people ask me to do this because I've got a lot of add-ons that I put on the car, and they don't see those too often. So I thought I would do a review of these things and just give you a summary of everything the car has. So starting from the outside, I have a set of Hurst Stunner Wheels, which is a staggered setup. I've got they're all 20-inch wheels, but I've got 10-inch wheels on the back. It's a staggered setup. I got them wrapped in Mickey Thompson Street Comp tires, which are really good tires. They're 245s on the front, 275s on the back. I could probably go a little bit bigger on the front, actually go a little bit bigger on both the front and the back if I wanted to. And the Mickey Thompson Street Comp tires are excellent tires. I had the Pirelli P0s before this, which were also a very good performing tire, but they didn't look as good as the Mickey Thompsons. The Mickey Thompsons actually do a really good job of wrapping around the rim of your wheel and sort of protect it a little bit, and I kind of like that. It's been raining a lot here, and the car is dirty, unfortunately, but it's almost impossible. It rains every day here where I'm at, and I wash the car pretty regularly. I tried to get it washed earlier, but it was raining and now it's sunny. So, but now the wash is closed. So, anyway, but it still looks pretty good as it is. It's in pitch black, of course. So, in addition to the Hurst Stunner Wheels and the Mickey Thompsons, which, by the way, is it's just kind of a, you can't get those Stunner Wheels just anywhere. I think you can only get them from Hurst. Or maybe Tire Rack, and also the black accents, which these have, are not always offered. I had to wait a long time for these to come back when I purchased them, because typically they have the gray accents or the gunmetal accents, and on a pitch black car you want the black accents. They really look awesome. What else do I have on the car on the outside? I've got I got a Mr. Norm's body kit on here. So you'll notice that I've got some side scoops with an RT logo, which I think look really good, really awesome, and really make the car stand out. In fact, the car gets a lot of looks, and the number one thing people are looking at are these side scoops. The second thing that catches their eye are the Hurst wheels, one of those two things, and they really look good on this car. They give it a nice old school look. I'm a really big fan of the 1970 Charger RTs, which came with these side scoops like this, and I think they look great. And these have been professionally installed, by the way, and painted. And I also have a Mr. Norm's Speedway spoiler on the back, which is a pretty big spoiler, but I think it really gives the rear of the car a pretty nice look. Really sets off that the shape of that rear end. When I first bought that spoiler kit, they didn't have a whole lot of options for the Chargers at the time, except those, the stock style spoilers, which I think, honestly, I don't think they look very good. They came out with something called the Red Line Charger a few years ago, and it had a really awesome integrated three-piece spoiler, which they were supposed to offer, but Mopar never actually offered it. So this Speedway spoiler is the best thing I could find, and I really like it. I've really been happy with it. And it's been on here for a little while. So that really gives it a really neat look and really sets off the rear end of the car. I also put little Mopar decals on the windows. Everything's been kind of tastefully done, at least I think so. Car's in excellent shape. It's got 63,000 miles. I'm the first owner, the only owner. I bought it brand new, and I've got all the maintenance records on it. I've taken great care of it, the best care of it I can. The car also has, let me just go ahead and lift the hood here. On the inside, so on the inside of the car, I've got a Mopar cold air intake. which I installed myself. Well, actually I had that installed. That was professionally installed by the dealer. But you can do it yourself. It's not that hard, but I just had it done. But it's a nice cold air intake. Engine bay's got some pollen in here right now. I apologize for that. But that's a nice little modification. Bumps up the horsepower a little bit, and gives the car a nice sound too. And speaking of sound, I also have an SLP Loudmouth II catback exhaust on the car, which is really, really loud. In fact, it's probably the loudest exhaust you can get, except for the Loudmouth I, which is almost pretty much a direct pipe, and that was really pushing it too far for me, so I stuck with the Loudmouth II. And I'll give you a listen to that. Go ahead and start it up. As you can see, it sounds pretty good. At least I think so. It's a loud, very aggressive exhaust, and it's made by SLP. They make good quality products, and I had that professionally installed as well. In addition to external modifications, I also have a PowerStop brake kit on the car, on all 4 wheels. So it's got the PowerStop brake kit with special discs, as well as the brake pads with that special high performance compound on it. So the car stops on a dime. It's a big improvement over the stock brakes. You know, most of your stopping power comes from your rotors. I called them discs earlier, but they're really brake rotors. Your rotors and your brake shoes. That's where most of your stopping power comes from. You know, if you have upgraded calipers, that helps a little bit. But you want to, the main performance gains can come from, are going to come from your rotors and your brake pads, and those are a lot less expensive and a lot easier to change out than the calipers are. So the car has an SLP catback exhaust. It's got Mopar cold air intake. It's got Hurst wheels with a staggered wheel setup, and a Mickey Thompson Street Comp tires, and Mopar cold air intake, and that's just on the outside, in addition to the Mr. Norm's body kit, which includes the side scoops and the speedway spoiler. Obviously this car is in pitch black, so I'll go ahead and move into the inside. So on the inside of this car, as you can see, I made a lot of changes. First of all, it's got a custom leather Katzkin interior, which I think looks pretty good. So I picked out this interior myself, and so I picked out, you know, what colors I wanted and how I wanted the colors laid out. So I've got like a two-tone black and red interior in here. Again, custom Katzkin leather, professionally installed. They did a great job. And one thing that stands out here is I've got these RT color logos on here. And the thing about these color logos is that, when you have logos on the seats from the factory, they're typically always monochrome. You know, they're one color or two colors. You don't get a multicolored logo from the factory like this. And this is really pretty. It's got like a tangerine color wrapped in a black border on a red background, which I thought really looked awesome. It really stood out. Another thing that's different from factory is it's got the logos on the back seats as well. So typically you won't see that on a factory leather install. You know, Dodge will offer the Scatback B logo or the RT logo, Daytona logo, and stuff like that. But it's never going to be in full color, and it's never going to be on the back seats. So this is, I think it's a huge upgrade and a huge improvement over what you're going to get, you know, from the factory. So custom leather interior. I also kind of I went to the Mopar parts counter when I bought the car, and I basically bought everything they had. I've got the Mopar steering wheel with the red leather grips, which I had the dealer install, which really looks awesome. I had the, this is a Mr. Norm's pistol grip shifter. The Mopar shifter that you can get at the Mopar parts counter is only offered in black. But you can get, from Mr. Norm's, you can get chrome or wood or a lot of other colors. This one is offered in chrome, which I think really looks awesome. I also have custom bezels. These are the on the shift plate as well as the dash. These are engine turned bezels. These are not the stock bezels. So it has like an engine turned look to it, which I think is really pretty and stands out. I also installed a red start button. And this is the original Mopar Red start button that you'll find in the Vipers or the SRTs. And it's actually easy to install one of these things. You can just pull the dash out and swap them out. But gives the car a nice look. I also have the Mopar pedal kit down there. In addition to the gas and brake pedal, I've got the dead pedal as well as the emergency brake pedal to match them up. Because why do you want just two pedals dressed up? You want to dress all the pedals up. So in addition to that, well, it doesn't stop there, guys. I've got these are the Mopar stainless steel rockers. I also dressed up the doors, as you can see here. I've got stainless steel accents on the doors around the defroster, or defogger if you will, and also a nice Hemi stainless steel applique. These are not fake, actually. These are all real stainless steel, and they're there to stay. I think they look good. I also have some nice red piping that matches the seats, and you'll see this in the back as well. So look at the back door, same thing. You've got the stainless steel applique on the side. You got the red piping. You also have your stainless steel rocker down there. This car is in excellent shape. Nobody's hardly ever sat in the back seat except my little 10-year-old. The car's hardly been used in that respect. I've always kept it nice and clean, and again, I've got all the maintenance records and everything. Now I'll just, since I'm giving you a tour, I'll just open the trunk. So here in the trunk, there's not much to see, but I think this car does have a full spare, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's down there. I bought a trunk mat, which I added later. The car didn't originally come with this trunk mat, but I wanted to have one in here. I thought it looked nice. Just to give you another view of the interior here. I really love the 1968 Chargers, and if you've ever seen those, like on that movie Bullet, you know that those cars had this black and chrome or black and stainless steel look about it, which I really just love. I love that appearance. That, you know, the stainless steel and the chrome with black leather and or black vinyl and black carpet. It's just a beautiful combination on a pitch black car. So you've obviously seen the Bullet Mustangs, but this is the Bullet Charger as far as I'm concerned. I don't think it had like red accents on the interior, but I think of it as a Bullet Charger. And again, same accents and design on this door. Around the door handle, I've got the stainless steel accents as well, and that's on the back doors too. I don't think I pointed that out earlier. Yeah. So it's a little different, and those shine up really nice. The car again is a little bit dirty. I apologize for that, but they shine up beautifully when you got them clean. Here's another shot. The back seat. I'll just do another wide shot here. Another little walk around. The wheels and the side scoops and the spoiler really just set the car off. Car runs great. Never had any trouble with it. It's got all the recalls that have been done on it. It's got all the software updates. It did have the alternator recall. That's been replaced. But I never had any trouble with it, really. And I think there was another recall where they added some wheel chocks for the tire change kit. So those are in there as well. And I'll go ahead and start it up from the inside. You heard it from the outside, but let's go ahead and start it up here.